This is an extremely low cap stock and another high risk, high reward play. They currently have several catalysts and some heavy hitters behind it. This is one of my lowest cap stock picks, yet it does have some insane news and insane catalysts. And with that being said, be extremely careful with this pick, and I really do mean that. Stick around for the entire video because I will give you a good entry point for the stock if you missed my free call in my free Discord, and I'm going to go over the chart, catalyst, and what my game plan is going to be here, because I do know that's the reason you're here for. And if you will stick to the end, I am going to give you two other stocks that are currently sitting at bottom that you can actually capitalize on as well. So stick around for this entire video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not yet subscribed so you will not miss out on future videos, and smash that like button so more people will be able to see this amazing stock pick. Because if you actually like a channel that gives you free calls that make you free money, well, this is my only request, as I just publicly called 3 other stocks that pulled more than 100% moves. So let's get straight into the meat and potatoes. The stock is going to be CAFI. Now, not only did I call this play in my Discord, another heavy hitter called it as well. If you don't know who Moon Market is, you should get familiar with him. He has a gigantic YouTube channel with a gigantic Discord as well, and he actually called CAFI as well. And if I'm being honest, that's the main reason it started going. So as we can see on the 5-minute chart, CAFI started from 0005 and went all the way up from 0005 to 0024, which is 380%. But I do think that we have a lot of upside potential here. And the reason that I'd say that is because of this chart. As you can see on the daily chart, CAFI already ran up previously to 0040, which is 100% gain from here. And I do think we're going to get there. I do also think we have an amazing upside potential because the stock is relatively still low float. It can potentially go up all the way to 100 or 150. And the reason that I say that is because of the unrestricted and float. As you can see for yourself, the unrestricted is 400 million shares and the held at DTC is 350 million shares, which is relatively nothing. The current market cap is $1.5 million, which is honestly nothing, and it has some insane catalysts as well. So for the catalyst, the company has a shareholder which committed to retire 250 million more common shares. Now, if you do the math for yourself, this leaves CAFI with not many shares. The share structure here is pretty locked up. Another thing I'm keeping my eye on CAFI is actually dilution. We saw the dilution stopped around here. That means it has a lot of upside potential because the selling pressure went down tremendously. We currently have no dilutors on the level 2, which means essentially it's all supply and demand, and the supply here is really limited, and the demand because of the catalyst is only going up. Now, another catalyst that CAFI actually has is a name and ticker symbol change. The company is planning on releasing and changing the ticker symbol and its name. Now, usually this is perceived as positive news by a lot of shareholders. So I do think once the company is going to become active again on social media, specifically Twitter, we're actually going to see some tremendous move and tremendous involvement from the shareholders. The last tweet that CAFI actually released was January 7th, and prior to that, December 19th, 2024. So we can actually possibly see another tweet in the upcoming week. Now, if we look at the chart, we can actually see that we're currently sitting at resistance level, and I think we're going to get up above this resistance, and the next resistance, as you can see for yourself, is going to be the 40 area. Above that, we actually have something that I call blue sky. That means the stock has unlimited potential because it hasn't been there for a very long time. So if we do manage to break this 22 resistance this coming Tuesday, I do think we're going to go up to 40s. And that's the entry point that I'm going to give you. Because if we're going to see a pullback on CAFI, that means it's probably going to pull back for 1 to 2 days, consolidate, and then move back up. That means I will look for a pullback at around 15. Now, I do not think that's going to happen, to be honest with you. I do think we're going to go straight through the 22 resistance and visit those 40s. It may take 1 day and it may take 3 days. I do think we're going to break the 22s and then go straight up for the 30s. So for an entry point, you can potentially take a small amount of shares at around 20s when the market opens on Tuesdays. I do think it's going to go up, so do be careful with that. Personally, I am aiming for the 40s here, but again, everything can change. This is a high risk, high reward play. And if you do not like these high risk, high reward plays, these are two other plays that you can actually put your money in, which is relatively lower risk and still has a lot of potential. So another stock that I'm keeping my eyes on is WDRP, which you can actually see pulled a massive move previously from around 0010 all the way to 0050, which is 400%, and it's currently sitting at bottoms. I do think we have enough fuel for 100% gain move easily, and if the company actually releases news, we could potentially see another big move up. The company hasn't been that active recently, but I do think they are planning on something big. Another stock that I'm actually keeping my eyes on is BRNE, which is again sitting at bottoms. I do like to buy at bottoms and sell at tops, guys. You need to understand this. It's currently sitting at 0004 and 5, and the previous move is to 0013, which is 230%. Now, I do think that BRNE with the move of RITE, which is essentially the same sector, can get sympathy to BRNE, and BRNE has some good news that they released previously. I do think BRNE has a lot of potential because of that and because of the market cap and a lot of different reasons. If you want all the reasons, you can go into my Discord. I have an in-depth analysis over there on BRNE and why I am actually holding this stock as well. And as a bonus, the third ticker is going to be ADHC. Surprise, surprise. I know. I actually added at around 0010 and mentioned it on Discord. It's currently up 50%, but I do think we're actually going to see 23s, 25 potentially, because the company has released a good tweet that says another big thing is coming. And as we can see, every time the company releases big things, they go up. Now, with that being said, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe to the channel, like this video so more people will see it, and feel free to join the free Discord. It's free. So I'll see you all in the next one.